brought to you by Northampton Community College.
Video waves.
The Mayor's Southside Task Force is made up of a number of partners who include the block watch captains of each of the block watches on the south side, Lehigh University, Sands Casino, the Bethlehem Area School District, and a good number of other organizations that are on the south side. One of those organizations is Northampton County Community College. And today I'm privileged to be able to ask a few questions of the Dean of the South Side campus, Dr. Paul Pierpoint. Dr. Pierpoint, could you tell us a little bit about the preparations for people to work at the Sands Casino?
Sure, Roger. As I think you know, we actually bought the building 8 years ago. And we went there with the intention of making sure that whatever came to that site, we didn't know what it was going to be, but whatever came to that site, the people that lived there, that used to work there, that could walk down to our facility to get training and then go to work, that we wanted to provide whatever jobs we could. We didn't even know casinos were going to be considered at the time. So the primary focus was actually adult literacy. It continues to be adult literacy, English as a second language, both of which can help prepare people for jobs at the casino and elsewhere. And then of course when the casino came, we were the landlords for a couple of years while they built their facility, got to know the management team. They're incredibly great people. We did some customer service training. They had their actual employment center in our building. So it was great as they started up the original part of the casino, but especially things picked up when they introduced table games a couple of years ago. Because there aren't a lot of certified dealers in Pennsylvania, so we had to help create them. And in a partnership with the Sands, we were able to train over 500 people in the first year and get nearly every one of them a license to be able to be a certified licensed table games dealer in Pennsylvania. These are full-time jobs with benefits, and there were about 500 or so that came through our program at a time when unemployment was going through the roof everywhere else. So, the timing of it was incredible in terms of the job opportunities for the people that came to our facility.
The casino is a major part of the renaissance of South Bethlehem in that they own a lot of real estate. But a lot of the programs at NCC don't deal just with the casino preparation, but do deal with, I remember walking through seeing the dental lab. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, yeah, that's our newest. We've got a lot of medical, healthcare training programs in there, and I can talk about those later too, but the dental clinic recently opened in January, this past January, a couple months ago. And we moved our dental clinic, where we teach our dental hygiene students, from the main campus over to the south side, merged it with St. Luke's Dental Clinic, where they do their community dental services. So their dentists are working with our hygienists so that when a patient comes in, and these are generally patients with little or no insurance, almost no dental insurance. So this is a great way for families to get the dental services they need. It's a great way for our students to learn, because the people that are coming that they work on, then they learn, they're not just making their friends and family come to the clinics. They're working on people who really need the services. And then to top it all off, St. Luke's is also a dental school, so they have their dental interns that are learning right beside our students and developing what's called an interpersonal educational experience. It's an unbelievably great win-win-win. The community wins, St. Luke's wins, our students wins, the college wins. It's a terrific opportunity.
St. Luke's is a major partner on the Southside Task Force and has been all along. You mentioned medical. Mm-hmm. What are you doing with the medical?
Well, St. Luke's has two other clinics, of course. They have their pediatrics clinic and their general clinic, also located in our building. Between those three clinics, St. Luke's will see 50 to 60,000 patients a year coming into our building. Most of those patients are in our target market, our demographic. These are folks generally without insurance, underemployed or unemployed, children that are growing up generally in houses that many of them are in poverty. Virtually all of them are somehow economically disadvantaged. So the fact that they're coming into our facility in the first place is great. I mean, I just think that creates an image or a perception of the college as a benefit to them. But in addition to that, then with St. Luke's, with their clinics, we also have 3 different nursing labs where we teach nurse aid, medical assisting, technical partners for Lehigh Valley Hospital. We're probably going to be introducing a licensed massage therapy program soon. Healthcare, as you know, if there are jobs anywhere right now, healthcare is one of the places, particularly at that hands-on, literally hands-on level, entry-level positions to support and reinforce the work that's being done by the higher paid doctors and nurses. And that's our real focus in the South Side.
The other thing that I saw that was quite interesting was the forensic lab preparations with the CSIs of the future. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, well, we try to be as responsive as we can to the needs of the community. So we were approached by the lead investigator from the Bethlehem Police Department about creating a training center. I didn't know this, but police officers are not necessarily trained on how to do crime scene investigation at the police academies. They learn it on the job. And then you also have firefighters and EMTs and others who may be called to an emergency response situation, and they're the first ones on the scene only to find out that a crime has been committed in the process. And so it's important for them to respond and do the things they have to do as an EMT, as a firefighter, as a police officer, but at the same time, if we can train them to recognize how to preserve evidence so we can catch the bad guy. I mean, that's really what it's all about, is catching the bad guys so these crimes don't happen again. And it's amazing how often we can catch them if they have the right evidence and they know how to interpret it. So we have a whole center in our basement now devoted just to that. We have mock apartments where we can set up crime scenes. We have a lab, a forensics lab. We have something that I don't like going into. It's called the blood splatter room, and they learn how to read blood splatter and how to interpret from the blood that's been splattered in a room what happened, where it happened, and how it happened. It's an unbelievably sophisticated training, not so much for our students, although our students are welcome to come. It's really for people already in the work, doing those emergency response kind of jobs.
That sounds great. The one thing that I noticed too that was really amazing was the Fab Lab. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, the Fab Lab is a concept that was actually developed by an MIT professor 7 or 8 years ago. And before we had anything, I was in that building by myself. This is how early it was when we came over there. A local serial entrepreneur, one of these brilliant guys who creates new companies all the time, gave me this guy's book called Fab. And he said, you need to get one of these in the South Side. And what it is, it takes some of the most advanced technology, 3D printers, laser etcher cutters, CNC routers, computer-controlled equipment, but makes it available to everyday people. Kids can use this. People with no technical training at all, artists, business people, anybody with an idea. And the concept of the Fab Lab is to be like an inventor's playroom. Come on in and if you have an idea, we'll help you create a prototype of that idea. So you can take it, show it off, maybe get somebody to actually build a real model for you or a real product. Take it to the bank, so maybe you can show them that they should lend you money, And we provide the technical help for people to be able to take their ideas, create a 3D model of it, and then fine-tune and improve that. We've also added, in the last 2 years, significant woodworking capabilities. A lot of people still like to work in wood instead of plastic or some of the other materials. And so in addition to an incredible wood shop and allowing people to come in and develop wooden prototypes, we're now doing guitar making, very high-end luthier guitar making. We introduced ukulele making this year. We'll be looking to try to introduce mandolin and violin making in the future. Have a full-scale luthier program in South Bethlehem, and we're very excited about that. It's a great opportunity for musicians and artists and craftspeople to come down and learn this kind of the skill set.
It all sounds great, and I want to thank you for allowing us to meet in your facility on a monthly basis.
I want to mention that this building. Several years ago, the Chamber of Commerce gave us an award. It was called the Community Investment Award because of our investment in the community. But I tell everybody what was really significant is the community's investment in us. And because of that, this wouldn't have been possible without a lot of philanthropy. This wouldn't have been possible with a lot of political support. you know, at the state level, at the city level, and even at the federal level. And part of the way we can pay that back is making this facility as available as we can to support community organizations, not-for-profits, and just about anybody who's doing something good to help the community and needs a space to do it in. So, you know, we're more than happy to host the Southside Task Force. I think every single day in that building there is some organization that's meeting there and using the space, because we want that to happen. We want our facility to be the community's facility. When people in the South Side talk about that as their campus, this is our campus, this is our building, our college, that's what it's all about. And that, man, nothing makes me feel better than to hear that.
For the future, what do they have planned?
Well, you know, we're very close to filling the building. It's almost 100% occupied now. It is not 100% renovated, so we'll still be working on that. But any additional renovations at this point merely improves the facility. It doesn't expand our ability to serve the community more. I want to develop the roof. I think there's great opportunities for a green roof, for a park kind of feeling up on the roof, because we don't own any property around it. But we're also very interested in expanding our technology. Maybe creating some kind of a business incubator to support our students as well as the community. We've got several technical programs in the building where we are now, including the Fab Lab. And actually, they would be much better in a more industrial space. So we're keeping our options open. We're looking. It's still, you know, very nebulous. Funding is always going to be a challenge. The vision is there. I think we've got a pretty clear vision of what we want. We want this to be, just as our current center focuses on healthcare and adult literacy, and then also on the casino, we want the new facility to really focus on economic development and technology, and developing entrepreneurship and innovative energy and skills among the people in our community, and then providing them with the technical skills to be able to succeed and develop advanced technology type companies. So that's the vision. It'll take a while, but I think a lot of people never thought we'd get where we are now, and I have complete confidence someday we'll have this phase 2 of our facility down there.
And one last question concerning one of the benefactors that really has been important to the South Side. It's Linnie Fowler.
Yeah, Linnie and her whole family, of course, supported our building. Our building is called the Fowler Family Southside Center. It was Linnie's desire that her whole family be recognized for their support. And she is missed, terribly missed. And not just by us. This whole community is less of a place than it was 2 months ago or a month and a half ago. But her legacy, whether it's the Banana Factory, the Family Center at Donegan, or 100 other things, and many that people will never know about, including, I don't know how many graduates of this college. But I'm just honored and proud that I could be part of a legacy for Linnie in the building that she made possible for Northampton Community College to have on the South Side. It's an honor to work in a building named after her.
Well, thank you so much. The Mayor's Task Force, focused on the South Side, has been important in getting these partners together for the first time in a long time, to get St. Luke's into the same room with Lehigh University and with you guys, so that we were able to discuss things and plan things and work together toward the future. And I want to thank you for being a very important part of that. And I thank Northampton Community College for allowing this to happen.